Hey, what's up, you guys? It's the Hatter, and welcome back to Entitled Parents Part 2. Also, this mom looks very much like Shane Dawson's mom. We have 3 more stories today. We got a long one, we got a short one, and we got one that's kind of in the middle. So let's get down to it. Entitled Uncle thinks he deserves part of my inheritance. Here's my entitled uncle story for y'all. I did a lot of comments, so I get the karma to finally share it. I should do that. Backstory. I have an uncle that my grandpa gave a large plot of land on his farm a few hundred yards from the farmhouse to build his own home for his young family. So my grandpa was in the army 20 years, and also a cattle farmer, a real man's man. With that combination, you know he was armed. He is the one who taught me to shoot growing up, as my dad, his son-in-law, didn't grow up around guns. 3 guns in particular I would shoot: a typical little .22 rifle, a beautiful Browning A5 12 gauge from the 50s, later when I was bigger, an M1 Garand. Whenever I visited the farm, I lived 6 hours from there, I would always ask to shoot and invite my uncle and cousins over to participate. Maybe once in my life did one cousin want to join in. Otherwise, they never wanted to touch a gun. In high school, my grandpa began passing guns to me as presents for stages. When I turned 16, he gave me the .22. When I got my Eagle Scout award, he gave me a shotgun. Getting my Eagle was something I worked hard to finish because he had cancer at the time and was also an Eagle Scout. He was able to give my grandfather's charge at my ceremony, and it is one of 2 times I have seen the man cry, and a memory I will hold on to forever. When I graduated from high school, he gave me an old .22 pistol that used to be his father's and no longer was functional, but still a family item. My second week of college, about 7 years ago, we found out that he had 2 weeks to live, and I got to see him one last time before he died, and he told me he was proud of me, passed on the M1 Garand. That was the only other time I saw him cry. Well, now to our actual EP story. It was a year after his passing, and I get a Facebook message from my uncle, and to paraphrase, he says, "Hey, do you have great-grandpa's pistol? Grandma thought Grandpa gave it to you, but it is actually mine, and great-grandpa gave it to me years ago, so I would like it back because Grandpa shouldn't have given it to you. I know he also gave you the rifles and a shotgun, and actually those should also be mine by right of use, and I assumed I would get them when Grandpa passed." Well, that pissed me off because I knew for a fact he hadn't touched a single one of those guns my whole life and declined every time I asked if he wanted to shoot. So saying they should be his by right of use really pissed me off. But on the chance his grandpa really gave him the pistol and my grandpa forgot, I gave it to him to be peaceful. This was years ago and shouldn't bother me, but whenever I think of him, can't help but remember he had the gall to say he should have the guns my grandpa gave to me, even though he ignored them. If my uncle reads this and realizes it's him, I love you, but you were a dick here. Well, in case the uncle was actually entitled to the guns, good on him for not seemingly trying to start a fight, but it sucks that you had to give up such a large part of your life and inheritance. I'm sure those guns meant something to you as you grew up shooting them with your grandpa. I don't know much about the sentimental value of guns. I don't shoot guns very often. I know a little, but not enough to really be involved. But I'm sure they had very sentimental value too, and it sucks that your uncle thought that. Now this one actually made me very mad. I read most of these beforehand, and this one got my blood boiling. Okay, so I reposted this because honestly, I think more people should hear this since it's crazy and hilarious. Me. SB, super sweet, sacred baby, around 2 years old. EK, entitled kid, around 7 years old. EM, entitled mom. So this was about 1 year ago. I was at a wedding in Croatia. There were hundreds of kind of related people. I don't really know them, but can trust them not to be criminals. So I was just chilling, going to the dessert table to stuff myself, when I see sweet baby fall down in front of me. I expected him to cry or something, but he didn't. He just got up and kept playing, which surprised me, so I started watching him. He was clean, quiet, in the sense of not being loud and dirty, and sweet. I usually don't like toddlers because they're dirty and loud, but sweet baby was different. So I started playing with him, and we have a lot of fun when he suddenly ran to his parents. He was really excited to show me something, so he ran so fast that he fell down 2 times. When he got back, he held a mini guitar, which was really cute. I started talking to his parents, and they asked me if I could watch him a bit so they could drink some more and chat. They refused to even look at alcohol in front of Sweet Baby, so I knew they were good parents. I gladly agreed and started playing with Sweet Baby. Enter entitled kid, the dirty kind of toddler. He wanted to play with us, but he only hit me and wanted to push Sweet Baby. I told him to go away, and it went like this. Me. If your version of playing is pushing and hitting, you can go now. The entitled kid doesn't even answer and starts kicking my leg. I'm 14, so it was nothing. Curses in Croatian. Stop. What? He didn't even speak Croatian, which basically everyone in our family does. Stop talking kokorati. He said that. I want to understand. Talks about noodles in Croatian. I'm going to point out I don't know how to speak Croatian myself, so bear with me if I butcher this pronunciation. I like spaghetti. He could barely talk and it was super sweet. Mommy, they're insulting me in kokorati. He then to his mommy. He's way too old for that. He's 7. So I thought this was it. Oh boy, was I wrong. 15 minutes later, Sweet Baby told me he had to go to the bathroom. I walked over to his mom to tell her because I thought he still needed help. She told me he was already potty trained, which surprised me once again. This baby was getting better and better. So I walk him to the bathroom and let him do his thing. Entitled kid was there, was entitled mom. He wasn't potty trained. Me, in Croatian. Sweet Baby, are you done? Yes. Picks him up so Sweet Baby can wash his hands. Mommy, those are the kokoratis! Literally everyone at this wedding was Croatian. Hey, why were you so mean to my baby? He hit my leg and tried to push Sweet Baby, so I told him to go away. I don't want anything to happen to Sweet Baby because I promised his parents to watch him. He was just playing around with the baby. That's what toddlers do. Well, he's like 5 years older than Sweet Baby, so he could seriously hurt him. He can play with us if he stops hitting Sweet Baby. Okay, good for you. What the F? Mommy, I'm done. His mom picks him up and asks if he wiped. He said no. Disgusting. He didn't even wash his hands, and entitled mom didn't care. Entitled kid, can you promise you won't hit anymore? You can play with LP and Sweet Baby then. Yes! Woohoo! But you gotta wash your hands if you want to touch me or Sweet Baby. Excuse me? Sorry, but it's just disgusting. I wanted to criticize her, but I didn't. Fine! Entitled kid, wash your hands so I can smoke. She literally said that. Back to my table, carrying Sweet Baby while I played with his guitar. Not 2 minutes after we left the bathroom, entitled kid started hitting me again. I was kind of mad now because I almost lost balance. I was still carrying Sweet Baby. I told him to stop or I'd get him back to his mom, who smoked a joint, not a cigar or anything. So we got to the table and I got cake for Sweet Baby and entitled kid. I fed Sweet Baby and entitled kid ate with his dirty, sweaty hands. Sweet Baby just finished when entitled kid screamed, "Food fight! Ah!" No, just eat your food like a normal person. I was pissed at him. No! Food fight! So he tried to throw an apple at Sweet Baby, but I managed to catch it. I was furious. Sweet Baby was sacred, and I'd catch a bullet for him. Cursing very intensively. What is wrong with you? You could have killed Sweet Baby. Food fight. You want to fight? I will show you this. Pointing at pineapple on the veggie table. Up your butt. Sweet Baby was crawling around my feet and couldn't understand since he only speaks Croatian. Mommy, the kokorati's want to put a banana. It was a pineapple. In my butthole. What? It's true, he threatened me. How dare you threaten my beautiful son? He almost killed Sweet Baby in a food fight, so I told him to go away. He tried to put a banana in my butthole. Mommy, I'm scared. Okay, first, it's a pineapple, and second, you almost killed Sweet Baby. He was just playing. You're oversensitive. I got a call from my sister to ask me if I could help her start Mario Kart on my Switch. I don't have time for you right now. So I picked up Sweet Baby and helped my sis with Mario Kart. EM and EK were following me, and EK wanted my Switch. Oh my god, Mommy, there's a Switch I want! Okay, sweetie, wait. Hey, excuse me, I'd like to have your Switch. No. Yes! You were mean to my son, and he deserves it way more than you. I wasn't mean. He hit me and almost killed Sweet Baby. He doesn't deserve my Switch at all. My son deserves everything he wants more than you. He's perfect and gets everything he wants. Well, that little idiot is not getting my Switch. He's not an idiot. He's a genius. Just wait until he's your boss. He can't tell the difference between a pineapple and a banana, and he's not even potty trained yet. You can be glad if he finishes preschool, so I doubt he'll be anyone's boss. I'm not sure he'll even get a job. He's smarter than you, aren't you, entitled kid? He was catching a booger. Yes! Yeah, you do you, lady. I don't care. Ahem. Ahem. What? Didn't you forget something? No. Mommy, I want Switch. Oh, no. You're not getting it. Oh, yes, we are. She tried to grab it from my sister, but she wouldn't let her. Mommy, I made poo. Ew. Okay, sweetie, I'll clean you up. Disgusting. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be my boss someday. He's 10 times smarter than you. My IQ is 124. Your brat probably doesn't even know what 124 times 10 is. Yeah, as if you were smart. With crap in his pants. That's right, you idiot. At least I can crap on myself. If you had any idea of anything, you'd know that that's normal for a 7-year-old. No, it's not. Sweet Baby's only like 2 and can do it by himself. Your child is just dumb, and really that's none of my business. But if you say he's a genius and will be my boss, that's just a lie. She was so pissed and wanted to slap me, but I just dodged it. She tried to grab the Switch and run, but my uncle stopped her. She was later kicked out, and as it turned out, she wasn't even part of our family. She harassed other guests, threatened Sweet Baby and another child, and kicked my cousin, who laughed. She resisted arrest and threatened to shoot me. She was sued and sentenced to 9 years in jail since I hurt my knee when she kicked me. She also did and moved drugs and was actually in possession of a gun. So her threat may have been real. It was very wild. But the situation calmed very fast. I played with Sweet Baby for another 5 hours. The wedding kinda didn't stop. Lol. And he actually played with the guitarist of the band at the wedding. Super cute. I also talked with his parents about raising their child and still respect how well they've raised their firstborn. I hope I'll meet him again. He was very, very cute. I don't know where to start this story. Let's start with first. I'm sorry if I messed up any Croatian, just because, again, I don't speak Croatian, and I apologize if I butchered any of the language. Secondly, congrats to Sweet Baby's parents for knowing how to raise their toddler. I hope that if and when I ever have children, probably won't, I hope I can raise a baby just like theirs, because he sounds like the perfect toddler. That's a baby who's been through Super Nanny. I mean, potty trained at 2? My sister can barely speak at 2. Of course, she's probably a little bit younger than the baby was at the time, but still. But the mom! I have so many opinions about this mom. Let's start with the fact her son wasn't potty trained at 7 years old. The fact that she was so entitled, even though they weren't even family with the people here. And she kept claiming that her son was smarter at 7 years old than a 14-year-old. Like, what? Where were you raised? And your child is disgusting by the sounds of it. Like, what? What gave you the right to treat anyone like this and to talk to anyone like this? This right here is the spawn of an entitled parent and is raising the next generation of entitled parents. Keep this in mind, people. Croatian, gross, 7-year-old kid. That's who we gotta look out for in the future, when he's apparently gonna be OP's boss. Also, I'm moving my hands around a lot, but you can't see it. This one really hit home for me. Homophobic entitled parent demands I leave the theater. The original was taken down because I posted it when the rule to post on this subreddit was, "You need 35 plus comment karma." Then it changed to 100, and I didn't have enough, but now I do, and I'm back, baby. Context. I live in Trinidad and Tobago, where homosexuality was only legalized in 2018. I'm a lesbian. When Love, Simon came out, I was surprised that it was allowed to be screened in my country, and I knew that it would probably get taken out of the theater pretty fast because of low box office poll or protests or something else like that. The movie came out in March 2018, I think. It was still technically illegal to be gay in Trinidad and Tobago at the time, but I rounded up some friends who I knew were out at the time, and we all went to see the movie. Everything going good. I had worn a shirt that had "Girl Crush" written across the front with a rainbow pride flag behind the text, but it was gray everywhere else. One of my friends had a rainbow pin on her jacket. Each of us had a little thing that was alluding to our sexuality just because of the movie we were going to see. It was all good, and we bought the tickets. The cashier there was friendly and everything, and we all felt like we weren't hated for once. I was in line for concessions on my own. Two friends went to go get seats. One was sitting at a little table nearby. She'd stayed back to help me carry the food. In comes the entitled parent and her child. They stand in line behind me. I was fiddling with the money I had in my bag, and I felt something pull on my messenger bag. I look down and I see the child. I'm bad at guessing age, but he was about 6. His head was around my hip in terms of height, so if y'all know how old that is then that's how old this boy was. He was tugging at a little rainbow enamel pin, which was next to a unicorn one and a cloud one, so I could have plausible deniability for being gay in certain situations. I simply bat his hand away and turn back around. He comes back and keeps playing with my pins, and I turn around and look at the entitled parent. She was a little taller than me, and she was in heels, but she was pretty average build. I was 5'8" at the time, and I'm pretty heavy set. The side of my head was also shaved, and I didn't wear makeup, so I was suitably intimidating for a girl. Though I was 16 when this was happening, and I do not like talking to adults very much, this meant I didn't exactly intimidate her. "Excuse me, can you stop your kid from messing with my bag?" "He can do what he wants." "He's going to pull on my pins, though." "Those things don't belong on a purse, little girl." I sigh and drop them into my bag and just hope I don't forget to put them back on later. She then tapped my shoulder. I turned around and she just looked me up and down, from my hair to my shirt to my shoes, and didn't say anything. I turned back around. I get to the front of the line and order the food for everybody. The cashier was friendly and set the popcorn and drinks in front of me, and she left to go and get the chicken tenders and other foods, but I suddenly felt something push my butt, and I stumbled forward, almost knocking the popcorn over. I looked behind me and see that the stupid kid tugging on my jeans belt loops. I looked at the lady. "He can do what he wants." Next time the kid touches me, I put my palm to his forehead and try to push him back, like you see in those cartoons. I know I was probably overstepping to physically touch the kid, but he was pinching my legs, tugging on my pants, which is starting to get on my nerves. The kid flips 180, starts bawling, turning around and hugging his mother. The lady reaches over and grabs my arm. Her gel/acrylic claws more or less stabbing my upper arm as she drags me away from the counter. "People like you don't belong in this country, and if anyone like you ever touches my kid again, I'm gonna beat their ass." God, I don't like how I said that, but oh well. She lets me go, but before I can turn around, she's stabbing her index finger in my chest. "I am married to a police officer, you stupid friggin' gay slur name. People like you don't belong here, frickin' all our kids. Don't you frickin' touch my son again." At that point, I'm terrified because it's still legal to be gay technically, meaning that a lot of violence toward homosexuals goes uncovered and unnoticed in my country. I heard 100 different stories about gay people I knew personally or that my friends knew getting beaten or worse, and nothing ever happened to the one who did it. Then comes in my friend to save the day. She told me later that was ready to come to my side from the minute the lady put her hand on me. My friend was more than enough to scare the EP. She is over 6 feet tall and plays volleyball with my school's team. She's tall with wide shoulders and a good tone into her muscle. All she had to do was come stand by me in front of the lady for the EP to get back to her lane. I got the food paid, and my friend and I went into the theater. I never told the rest of my friends what happened because I already knew they were all so scared of what might happen to them, and I didn't want to freak them out. Luckily, the friend who helped me understood and didn't tell them either. Conclusion: I enjoyed the movie. I'm glad I saw it when I did because it was pulled from the theaters the very next week. Homosexuality was officially decriminalized that year. Now more people are more aware of the hate crimes gay folks face in my country, so they're actually doing something about it. What is with entitled parents in general being homophobic. Like, there's gonna be gay people. I don't care if you think that's wrong in any way. Your opinion and you're demanding that they stay away from your children, regardless, isn't gonna change anything. It's just gonna make you look like a prick. That's what this acrylic nail jelly lady looked like. I can just imagine her with the fake tan and the fake blonde hair, with her hot pink gel looking nails, looking like she thinks she's all that. She just turned this girl around and it's just like, I don't screw with that. You don't talk to people like that. I don't care who you think you are. And that was r/entitled parents part 2. Let me know below if you really like this and if you want me to try to do other Reddit stories. I'm thinking of switching between this one and Choosing Beggars and maybe a little bit of Tales from Retail, because honestly, those are pretty friggin' awesome. I don't know if I'll do those on a different day or if I'll just do them all on Wednesday. So let me know what you guys think. Also, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe, because I make new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And of course, we got a new video Saturday coming up and another one next week. Hope you guys have a fabulous week and a fabulous weekend, and I will see you all later, Hatters. Goodbye.